One day I woke up and decided to make a platformer game with no experience, and it ended up actually being amazing. Alright, it wasn't that easy. So the first thing I did was I opened JavaScript and I made this. Now for the base of this game, I had to use ChatGPT for a lot of it, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't know how to make my own physics. So later in the game, I ended up making my own sprites and things, and a lot of it was my own original idea. But yeah, full disclosure, and yeah, what you're seeing right now is the first ever version where the cube was actually on the screen, and it's totally broken. Hey, here's some progress. The game looks better now, right? Ooh. All I wanted to do with this game was just make a simple platformer that anybody could play, so I wanted to make it into like a website or whatever. And for some reason I thought this was gonna be a really simple thing, like it was just gonna take me a week, but it ended up being just like so complicated, and I got so like perfectionistic about it, or whatever the word is. But I knew I wanted to do some stuff with like the speed in the game, so I set out a speed indicator above the player. So right now it's just, you can move around and you can see how fast you're going. And yes, for those wondering, I did learn how to use JavaScript by the end of this. I was not just spamming AI the entire time, I promise. Alright, at this point, I decided that I was ready to implement the main feature of the game, which was the boost mechanic. So the idea basically was that like the player can jump around and move around like as you would expect to in a platformer, but also if you jump like right after, or like right as you're about to hit the floor after a previous jump, there's like a small window where you can jump again, and then it'll send you going like really fast. And then about the same time, I also decided to add the level editor to the game. So here's a beta version outside of the actual game, just the building system, and it actually worked kind of quickly. I left out all of the troubleshooting, obviously, because no one wants to see that. Something I definitely noticed while making this game is that the bigger the code got, the harder it was to find out what was wrong, because it would just be so much to sift through to find the actual error. But 4 days into the project, I finally got everything working, and I'll just put down a little compilation of me messing with some of the stuff I made. Also, good time to throw into the video that if you just want to skip this and play the game yourself and build a level, because I'll be making a video where I play other people's levels, you can go click the link in the description where the game is at. Alright, this is the first time I'm actually talking while I'm making this video, because nobody's in the room. It is finally coming together. We don't have the blue floor anymore, and when you start the game, we gotta just like play, and dude, I'm so happy with this. But now we need to add like spikes so that it becomes a real game. We're almost through the annoying game making part, and then we're gonna get into me doing random silly shit. But this is so perfect. This is like the best baseline, because look at this, bro. I already have like a level editor, bro. I'm actually a professional. That's right, I added spikes to the game, and now it is a fully fleshed out platformer and basically done. Just kidding. No, it's not. The first thing I have to do is I have to make an asset for every single thing. So I have to make an asset for the spawn point, the finish line, the blocks, and then eventually the backgrounds. Alright, so you might be looking at this and wondering, what did I miss? Well, for some reason I didn't record any footage of me making any of this stuff. I added some black blocks that basically just don't let you boost when you jump on them, so they work as like normal platformer blocks. Just in case you wanted to make like a precise level instead of like something where you fly around the screen. And then as you can see, all the textures work. So those weird things floating on the side are the new editor buttons. Alright, I think we can all agree that this title screen is pretty lame. So while I work on this background, I just want to talk a little bit more about what the plan kind of is and was for this game. So at the time, I was kind of hoping I was going to be able to make like a level uploader editor kind of system where you're going to have a whole menu where it's like, here's like John Doe's uploaded levels, whatever. You can like go click on his profile and find his levels and things like that. And then it occurred to me later that that was extremely complicated. But I ended up coming up with a system that works well enough. But for this menu screen specifically, I wanted to make like an animation kind of thing. So I made 2 different screens, then I had them kind of flip between each other to make it look like it was moving. And this was also the official moment that I decided to name the game Grid Platformer. I was about to name it Boost and Jump. Okay, we're gonna have 4 different songs you can choose from for like what's playing in the background. Finally got it working. Oh my god. Here's my beautiful menu. Select music, and then we got 3 options here. And when you play the game, alright, hey guys, I have to record this part on my phone. Don't ask why, it's not important. So at this point I had all 3 songs implemented, 3 of them, and then I got work done on my backgrounds. The game is finally in a pretty good state right now. So you spawn in and we start with this background. The blocks are invisible right now for some reason. I don't know why. But like we can change to 3 different backgrounds. They all work. And then we have 3 different songs you can choose from. Oh my god. And at this point the game was almost done, and even though the video's probably getting close to being over, I was only like halfway through the actual work that this game took because everything broke. Everything broke again after this. So I fixed everything. But yeah, so the next thing I implemented was the level editor uploader system. So we're gonna get right into that. Serial. So the editor system that I had heavily planned out, Serial. Okay, so the uploading level system is going to look a little bit different than I initially intended, and that is because of this thing, which is the paste JSON here. But basically the JSON can contain like where the blocks are, what music it's using, what background it's using, like what spikes are in it. So basically you just paste it. It's like a giant thing of text, and then it's just going to make a level appear. This is a level right here. It's going to be something like that. Well, it's going to be like a thing, and then you paste it in, and it's just like, cool. So with this system, I don't actually have to upload anything. You don't have to post a level and store it on the internet. It's just stored as text. But I still wanted like a menu where you could scroll through other people's levels. So you would have to upload like the text file that you could copy. And so I had some ideas for what that menu could look like, but I realized that it was just impossible. I am not smart enough to make an actual menu. So here's the new solution. All you have to do, and it's on screen right now, me trying it, all you have to do is build the level. You just hit S, the S button, and then you automatically save the level as a text file to your clipboard, and then you just press L and it'll load the level for you. And now it's just time for me to upload the level, which actually took me about an hour, not because it's supposed to be that difficult, but because I'm not very smart, and everything kept breaking like it always does. Anyway, I uploaded it in a fit of rage because I was like, I've been spending so much time on this game, I need to get it out. But after I uploaded it, I actually kept working on it, and as you can see, I have updated 111 times since I actually posted the game. But it is now in a playable state. So I'll play some clips on the screen of me building and playing levels a bit, because I feel like you guys might be curious now to see the final state of the game. Alright, conclusion and final thoughts. So immediately I want to say I'm going to do a video playing your levels, and the way I'm going to do that is that, like I said, you copy the level ID to your clipboard, so you guys can just paste that into the description, that big string of text, and then I'm going to make a video playing, you know, so-and-so's whatever. So yeah, just click the link in the description and you guys can play the game, build a level, paste it in my comment section, and I will play it. I promise I'll play it every single. Other notes, when you play the game, there's a button that gives you like a big explanation on like some of the weird glitches that are in the game, or like, you know, like how to play it. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys can check that out if you didn't fully understand from this video. And I also gotta say thank you for watching all the way to the end. I very much appreciate it. And if this video does well, I will probably do a part 2. I've put over 50 hours into this game probably in debugging, editing the video, and, you know, coming up with assets and sprites and things like that. It's been a grind. So yeah, I'm only gonna make a part 2 if this video does really well, because it's hard to be motivated if like nobody cares. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and if you did enjoy, please subscribe. I would appreciate it. And see you in the next Eat the Gamer video, which is probably not going to be anywhere near as interesting as this video.